North Academy. Another update coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you. For today's Foxy Moms Wellness Wednesday, Halloween is tomorrow. And if you have a child with food allergies, it can be a dangerous time of year. Dr. Eric Caplan with Colorado Springs Allergy and Asthma Clinic is here to tell us how to trick or treat safely. Good morning.
Good
like
morning.
The tie, by the way.
Thank you very much.
In the Halloween spirit
Absolutely.
there. Okay, this can be pretty scary for parents. I know kids, usually are like, woohoo, Halloween, can't wait. But I'm sure for some parents, it's a time that they dread.
Right. No, Halloween is spooky anyway, but it can be a little extra spooky for especially our kids with food allergies that we see in the clinic. And it can be intimidating for the moms and dads that are taking them out trick-or-treating. What do I do with my child that has a peanut allergy or a cashew or almond or even milk or egg or wheat or soy? How do I trick-or-treat safely with my kid and make it a fun experience for everyone?
And it's not just the candy we're talking about here.
No, some of the face paint, some of the costumes, some of the masks, can have latex in it. So some people can have allergies to some of the ingredients in the paint itself or the costumes itself. Some of them have soy in there. So you can actually be allergic to not only the stuff you're ingesting, but the stuff that you're putting on your face as well.
And if you're trick-or-treating with a friend, they may have that on them, and
Absolutely.
then all of a sudden you're exposed.
Right, then you come into contact with them, and it can just set off that reaction.
All right, so obviously parents, they want to keep it fun. It's something that the kids look forward to every year. So I know you've got some tips to try to make it as safe as possible. Some things you may have not thought of. So let's put up a graphic on the screen. The first thing is be prepared and pack a safety kit.
Absolutely. So that's your EpiPen.
Okay.
So have auto-injectable adrenaline or epinephrine, with you at all times, so that if you're going out trick-or-treating with a food allergy, have that EpiPen, bring it with you, and use it if your patient or if your child has any kind of food allergic anaphylactic reaction, so a systemic allergic reaction. But checking the ingredients can really help doing those kind of things for the face and the face paint and the makeup. The other thing that we recommend is feed them a meal before you go out trick-or-treating as well. So if you go out trick-or-treating on an empty stomach, you're going to be snacking along the way. So give them a full meal before you go out trick-or-treating, and that can really help as well.
There's a lot of areas that have, candy-free trick-or-treating, too.
You can do candy-free trick-or-treating, yeah. So we try to hand out sugary snacks, at our house. So handing out snacks that are not chocolate or peanut or any kind of cross-contamination. You still got to be careful with dyes. But the parents, a lot of them will have a candy kind of buyback system, so they will have safe candies at home. And then when their child gets done trick-or-treating, the parents will kind of go through that together with the kid, pick out the ones that are safe, and then maybe swap some ones that are not safe with the child so they can still have their candy, but make sure that it's in a safe way.
Yeah, and I know if you have a good relationship with your neighbors, so you can, say, hey, can you just stock a few things when my kid comes to the door? And I know sometimes they're willing to do that as well.
Oh, absolutely, because a lot of times you'll be out trick-or-treating in a neighborhood that you know. So if you can plan ahead and say, hey, look, when my kiddo comes to the door, can you make sure you give him something that doesn't have peanut, or almond or cashew in it, and make sure it's safe and fun for him.
All right, and really quickly, I know that there's candy buyback programs, as you mentioned. There's also the Candy Fairy.
Right, so
I've heard of her.
Right, so and the way sometimes it works is the kids will go to sleep and have the unsafe candies out, and then the Candy Fairy comes in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden in the morning there's safe candy for them to eat. So that can be kind of fun. It's about creating your own traditions and making sure that if you want to go out trick-or-treating with your kid with food allergies, you can do that in a safe and really fun way.
It's so important, and again, Trick or Treat for Charity, like UNICEF, I know, does a program as
Always
well.
good.
And you've got so much information. Let people know your website.
Right, so we're csallergy.com. You can always find us online. You can give us a call. You can get to us from your website as well, so we're always happy to help.
All right, safe and happy trick-or-treating, everyone.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah, you as well, Doctor. Thanks.
Thanks.